How does that feel?
Young pups.
I know,
Yeah.
well, such young pups.
Feels like a long time ago.
It does it though. I mean, when I look at that, I go, that can't be 20 years ago, some of those.
You know,
It does
Mark
feel
has
like
just
that.
informed us of something that I never knew, that when we shot Uptown Girl, that Claudia Schiffer was in the video, and she invited us for lunch, and we turned her down.
What?
Well, no, so basically we were doing the shoot with Claudia Schiffer, and it was fantastic, and we were all massive fans.
Yeah.
And she was going for lunch halfway through the shoot, and she was like, oh, you should come with me and have some lunch or whatever. And the Labour were like, no, sorry, you can't do it. We've got some interviews today, we've got some idents today. So we basically turned down going for lunch with her, and I'll still hold that against her.
Yeah, you should do.
Shocker. Well,
I didn't realise I still hold it against him until just now.
we've got the new album here, Spectrum.
Yeah.
And you said that you didn't want to do Nostalgia. That would have been the easy track to go down, wouldn't it?
Well, I think, you know, because we were kind of a band of the 90s and the noughties, when we split up in 2012 and we decided to get back together, the big thing for us was making something fresh, something that felt that was more now rather than what we used to do, with a little bit of what we used to do in there as well. So with this album, we really wanted to just kind of try and find a sound that was really good for us, you know, a bit more tempo, which we have done. We've kept some of the big kind of ballads in there for the old school people, for the old school kind of audience, and for ourselves as well. But also just to try and kind of freshen ourselves up, you know, and you know, we are still young.
I think we enjoyed the nostalgia. I think we, like people who come to the shows, we just did a big tour around the UK and Ireland and Asia, and we love those moments as well. But I think if we were going to come back and try and be in the charts again, we needed to kind of do something fresh and new. And then that's when, you know, we kind of got the call to say that Ed Sheeran when he was a little boy, he was a Westlife fan, and then he wanted to write some
He'd
songs.
already written some of the tracks.
Yeah, and we didn't genuinely, I mean, it sounds like a fairy tale, but it was genuinely true. We said, we were having meetings going, how do we get Ed Sheeran involved?
You're, you know, considering getting back together and whether this is going to be a success and what sounds are going to work. Whatever you've done, you've put together the formula that has worked. I mean, you look, I mean, Hello, My Love, the single that had huge success. This morning, the Mail Online is reporting that the album is outselling the entire top 10 newly released albums all together, including Celine Dion's new album as well. So,
That's
like,
phenomenal.
this is like the stuff of dreams. When you come back, you can't have hoped this to go any better.
Yeah, we honestly couldn't have predicted, I think, the overwhelming response last year from the tour, but then with the new album, as Keane said, it is all new stuff, and we were kind of, you know, we didn't know how it would go. But after Hello, My Love and the kind of reaction to that, the album is kind of very much in that vein.
You're older, wiser. You could probably enjoy it a bit more now.
Yeah, I think this time round what we wanted to do is we wanted to kind of delete all the bits we didn't enjoy and just focus on the bits we did. And actually, as it turns out, they're all the important parts, like making music and touring. All the other stuff around us, I think this time around we're just much quicker to go, right, none of that. We're not doing this, we're not doing that. We want this kind of person working around us. Like, we were trying to create a very calm, stress-free environment and just come to work and look forward to it. And then
do the big stuff.
Go home to our families happy and content and not sort of be all stressed out every day. I think at this point of our lives, that's more important than anything, is to just be happy and to enjoy the important parts. And sometimes it can get so stressful, well, in the past, get so stressful that you kind of stop enjoying the shows and the studio time. And that's kind of spoiling the whole magic of it, so.
The new single, My Blood, the video to that is just adorable and obviously very personal to all of you, because all of you are fathers now. And between you've got 10 kids, and all of them are in the video.
Yeah, we thought it'd be a nice thing to do, you know. It's the only time we've ever done it kind of in our career. And 10 of it, you know, obviously 10 kids between us now, and they're at that age, I think, even as Mark said, enjoying it all a bit more this time. You know, we get to share this Westlife thing with our children.
When we got back together and we started making the records and stuff, and we were cool with our kids because Ed Sheeran was involved in writing some songs for us. And then we flew over to, the first thing we did was the National Television Awards. And obviously we'd met, for example, you guys before, and then we said hello, and then the kids were like, it's Phillip and Holly! We have to get a picture. And one of my young lad, Jay, who loves you guys, ran down the corridor and got a selfie with all the kids. And you forget, and it might happen to you guys as well, you forget how much impact it makes on your children's lives.
Well, they
must
be enjoying it so much.
Loving
that some of them weren't even born the last time.
Exactly.
So now they can...
Little Layla's only 6 weeks old.
That's right,
So
How is she? How are you?
Well, she doesn't
are you getting
understand all
sleep?
this yet, obviously. I'm not too bad, like, you know. I've got great help. Kaylin is fantastic as well. So, you know, if I'm kind of out... This week is the first kind of week of work work that we've done.
As a daddy.
Yeah, so it's been great. Honestly, it's not as bad as everyone kind of told me it was going to be. Everyone's like, "You're a wreck now. Your life is over." But it's not too
Don't you
bad.
love it when people say that to you?
They were
Actually, it's fun.
The kids were actually doing their own stuff backstage, weren't they?
Yeah.
Their own
On
show.
the tour, it was quite random.
Oh yeah, setting up their own band.
Set up their own little band and started writing
So
songs and started performing them and all this. And so the influence is real. I mean, that's the one thing that we always that's amazing about it is, as Nikki said, they're getting to see it all for real, and it's genuinely influencing them.
Is it Gia?
My daughter.
Yeah.
So,
She took everyone's phone so that there was nothing posted online.
yeah, well, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, she's learned well. And also last week she said to me, she said, "Daddy, I want to be a singer." I said, "No. You want to be a lawyer or you want to be a barrister?" And she was like, "No, but I want to be a singer." I said, "Okay, that's brilliant." I said, "What you should do," because she's only just turned 6.
Yeah.
And so I said, "What?" And wasn't around for Westlife. Like, she was born after we split.
Yeah.
So I said, "You should learn how to play the guitar or piano." And she went, "But you don't." But don't mind me.
You could
just be a singer.
Shane doesn't. Oh, Keen does.
Guys, thank you.
hilarious.
Thank you very much
It's
indeed.
really
Lovely
lovely
to
to
have
have
you
you.
back.
Congratulations.
That is the album, and it's great to have you back.